Hello and welcome back to an absolutely crucial episode. 2 games to play in our second Premiership season, the third game in the series. It is 2001. We are away, and we've been terrible away. We're going to have a look at this. When was our last away win? So lost to Leeds, lost to Derby, drew with Everton, lost to Sheffield Wednesday in the Steel City Derby, lost to Reading, lost to Spurs. Let's keep going up. Got hammered by Man United. Beat Aston Villa. So January was the last time that we won a away league game. It might be the only time. No, we didn't beat Charlton. We lost to Charlton. So we've had a miserable old time away from home. We're going into this game versus Coventry, and we've got things that need correcting and changing. Our makeshift right back is out, so probably Hill is going to come in for that. No, tell you what, Carlisle played their song is now back. Now let's go with Hill. Let's get Hill in at right back. So we've got the better stats of the two. Campbell's going to have to come out. Let's get Carlisle on the bench. Let's have a look at the rest of it. Noel Williams is also injured. Is it time for something we've not had for a while, which is a Petra Cachuro potential appearance? It's time for heroes to step forward. I'm going to get Cowlan off, and I'm going to get Davison on the bench. Now requested to leave, you may have noticed there. I'm going to get into this game here. We are on fast. Coventry are on 4-4-2. They've got Keane in midfield. They've got Aloisi and Winhard up front, pressing and short. We're going to get to half-time. I'm going to have a look at the other results around the league, because we need to win or grab a point, and also keep an eye on that Leeds-Wimbledon game that is going on. But we're 2 minutes in, and Zendin has struck that from some way out, and he's scored. And that's only his, I was going to say his second league goal of the season. It is his third league goal of the season. And that is huge. It's wet 10 degrees, but can he do it on a wet Saturday in May in Coventry? Apparently. And we've got a very long time to go. There is the old cliche of scoring too early. Mustafa Hadji there, crowded out. What a flary team Coventry have got. And it's Highfield Road. I once sat at Highfield Road right about here on a school trip. Coventry 0. Middlesbrough 0. Don't think there was a shot on target. Possibly the worst game of football I've ever witnessed in person. But if this finishes with no shots on target to Coventry, it won't matter, but it is 2 to us. Sigthorsson has scored again. This man has caught fire late in the season. He does not want a year in the Championship. And I can't believe this is quite happening. I'm like, what do we do at half-time? Do I play it safe? There is old boy Carl Laurie. How did I miss that he was there? Join me, Carl Laurie. We could rule Championship Manager free. Now, we're going to get to half-time. We're in the window where I like to concede a goal. So I'm a bit nervy because of that. And it is half-time. Let's have a look at the play ratings first. Let's check ours before we worry about the other game. Sigthorsson is on an 8. Grabbed that goal. Zendin is on a 7. Grabbed that goal. Frida is playing a 7. Hill is having a 7 at right back. He's having a lovely old time. It is Hill I put out there, isn't it? Oh, no, I've got Song at right back. You might have spotted that. I've done that by mistake, and I'm not correcting it now. Right. We, though, are going to go to latest scores. So, Charlton already down. Leeds are winning 1-0. At present time, this drops Wimbledon into the relegation spot. So we will come back and check on that, or we will have a look at that. We're going to pause the game about 75 minutes in and check on the score, because that is going to That information from my assistant manager in my ear is going to influence my tactics and how I approach the second half here. And if they get an early goal, Hill has cleared one off the line. What a stroke of fortune mistakenly putting him at centre-back and Song at right-back has turned out to be. Oh, Zendin took that away there and he's ended with a swerving shot. And I'm like, if he grabs a second and we go free up, they'll be dancing in the streets of Bramall Lane. Friedels Galladay showed safe hands. We are coming to the crucial stage where I like to go in and start to have a look at things. And we've scored. It is finally the first ever Icelandic double. Halder Helgason, can't say his name, H squared, has done it. And we are 3-0 up, and we are cruising, and we are going to get to the 70th minute, and we're going to see what Coventry are doing. We're going to have a check of the latest scores, and then we're going to check our own team. We're going to do things in that order. Right, they've gone to 4-3-1-2 version 1. So they've put Hadji behind Keenan Aloisi now. They've taken Weinhardt off. Still got the same tactics. Let's have a look at the latest scores. Leeds are still winning. Let's get to us. Now, are we going to change it? Song, I'm going to spin off for Clark Carlisle. I am going to get Couture on for Helgason. Those are going to be my two changes for now. Get some fresh legs on. Look to see this match out. Keep it at 3-0. Because we do have worse goal difference than Leeds if it comes to that. But otherwise, we are on for a perfect start to the episode, to Monday Night Football here. Monday Night Relegation Special. I feel like on the previous playthrough, we never beat Coventry. And now look at us. Block tackle from Hill. He is going to stay in at this rate. He is on a 7 still. We've got 10 minutes to go. Sigpaulsen latches onto that from Zenden, but he's not resulted in a fourth goal or his second. But we... Oh, I was like, if Couture gets a sign-off goal, I will riot. I'm going to make another sub just to waste a little bit of time here at the end. Right, what we're going to do, we're going to get Morris on. Let's get Morris on for sending. This man deserves a round of applause from the travelling away fans. What a performance he has put in. Settling the nerves with that 25 yard, I think it was 25 yards, wasn't it? Strike after just 3 minutes. When there was pressure, he stood forward. Leeds have won 1-0. We are up to 16th. Look at this. We've got a chance of finishing ahead of Coventry, who we've just beat. Relegation pressure? Never heard of it. So let's have a look at let's have a look at things down here now. Wimbledon are just on your screen, so I don't need to get rid of my face. They have got 38 points. Leeds have got 39. They've got Man United. We have got 41. I can't remember who Wimbledon have got. They've got Charlton. So you would expect them to win that. So it is not over yet for us, despite that. And we've got a tough match. We've got Villa. We are at home. We have just won. Let's have a look at the stats, though. Right, look at this. We have scored 32 goals, let in 51. Wimbledon have scored 31, let in 51. So if we lose and they win, we could go down on goal difference unless it is a 1-0 win. We need a point minimum. I said I guaranteed 4 points would keep us up. That's good for us. Normally that's the type of thing that would wire me up, but Man United's 29 games unbeaten run is a new record. So have they won the league yet? Gone on the wrong thing. They have not. So Man United need to win this last game to ensure they get the title. And they're at home to Leeds. They're at home to Leeds. Liverpool, like at home to Espanyol. When did they get put in the Prem? After that, they're at home to Chelsea, who have improved pretty significantly. Sadly, they did fire Gianluca Vialli. They've not hired a manager yet. Could I have applied for that job? Was that an option? It is an option. We won't be doing that because it's not what we do here. Talking of Gianluca Vialli, I tried to make him my assistant manager. I'd completely forgot that. I was so stressed, anxious, nervous about this episode that I'm filming it a day earlier than I normally would because it's been consuming my everyday thoughts as I move around. And there is Vialli, just with the news that we will not be signing Embo and Penza. Edworthy is back. Aidan Davidson is out, though, for this crucial match. Here is the UEFA Cup, so we're going to have a look at this. Chelsea have appointed Peter Reid. Sunderland now looking for a new manager, so he's dropped down from Sunderland to Chelsea. Got them 5th. Liverpool have lost. Is that Espanyol's second major European honour? Let's have a check of this. I'm sure they won a trophy last year. Competitions. They did not. I'm confusing them with one of the other Spanish sides. I'm like, was it Mallorca? I think it might have been Mallorca now that I'm thinking about it. But yeah, congratulations, Espanyol. What formation are they playing as well? So they're playing the old short ball. This is very similar to what I used to play in this game. Although I used to have this guy here. No, I didn't do that. I used to have one striker in the centre and I used to have an attacking midfielder. I would always sign Robbie Keane and I'd have him pushed on. Is this Raul? It's not, no. And here we are, people. It is the final day of the Premier League. Lots still on the line. We've got quite a few of our guys returning. Both of our goalkeepers, or our backup goalkeepers, are struggling. He's got strained knee ligaments. Strained neck. I feel like neck. I feel like it's easier to play with a strained neck than a strained knee ligament, so he's going to stay in. Are we firing Edworthy back in? I think I'm going to leave him out. I'm looking to move on from him next year. I'm going to leave this as it is. Are we going to get Tristan back on? Or Campbell? I think Campbell's going to come onto the bench. We're going to leave the all-Icelandic forward line. 6 in 12. And 6 in 12. Beautiful. And we're going to get into this. 3-5-2. Pulled out strikers. It's troubled us. It's troubled us in the past. They've got perennial championship manager target Joe Cole, who has moved here from Blackburn. Only there a year. Come on, let's not mess this up. And nothing has happened in 10 minutes. I'm delighted with that. Zendin is booked, though, early in the game. I don't know what the Icelandic national anthem is, but there is a chance that it is going to be playing at the end of this game, because H² has put us 1-0 up. It's our only shot of the game. It's our only chance of the game. It's basically the only commentary that we had that had not been defensive or Zendin's card. They've just cannoned one back off the crossbar, showing the threat that they do possess. Are they Martin O'Neill at the minute? I didn't check that. Great football by Aston Villa. They can have all the football they want whilst we've got a 1-0 lead. Goes round David James, must score. And then there was the old record scratch on the All-Icelandic national anthem. top corner shot from Zendin. I don't know if James got a hand to that or if it's just not gone in. Easy chance. Come on, mate. You've got to be carrying your Icelandic weight. Here we are. It's half time. We're 1-0 up. Half time, 1-0 up. Let's have a check of how we are doing. So we're not doing great. Let's be honest. And we've missed a couple of chances to have put this game away. I'm going to bring Morris on. Yellow card, playing a 6. Need to protect that. Let's have a look at the latest scores. Man United are doing what we hoped they were doing. So they are beating Leeds. Let's go back. Wimbledon weren't on here, were they? No, they weren't, because they're at home to Charlton, so they're going to be last. So on this next page, 0-0. So at the minute, I believe Leeds are staying up on goal difference. I didn't check the comparison between them, but they've done that crazy thing where they'd only scored like 17 goals and only let in 17. But if things stay as they are, I don't care about which one of those is filling the final place, because it won't be us. We've got 30,000 here. We've got 45 minutes left. A second goal, I feel like the game's over. But we need to make sure we don't concede. We don't want any pressure being on us going into the final 30 minutes. David James, feel like he's having a good game. He's only on a 6, though. Helgeson with a diving header. The man's loving it. Oh, unmarked, curls it. I was expecting the net to bulge. Friedel could only power that, though, and that's been hooked away. I'm like, how long do we wait? The forwards are playing well. I was like, how long do we wait before we maybe get Kevin Campbell on? But at the minute, I'm prepared to let these guys go out there and win it. And they are going to win it for us, because it is another Icelandic double. And look at that. Where has this been? Oh, yeah. I can never be happy for long. And it's because of things like that. Leeds still 2-0 down. Wimbledon still 0-0. I feel like we have done it, though. We have done our job. I really wish we'd put Patrick Couture on the bench now for his final game. To have got him on. The man who helped us get here, he will be departing. His work permit won't be renewed. He's running out of contract. No one has signed him. So he will be released at the earliest opportunity. He's only on about 4,000 a week, but here we go. 10 minutes to go. We've made 1 sub. I'm going to make another 2 once we get to the 80th minute, just to see if we can see this game out. Oh no. And Kuba has scored. And that has ruined a little bit of my party atmosphere. I'm not going to take Helgeson off, because look at his rating. I'm going to drop Morris in for speed, And I'm going to get Hugh Davison on for Speed. Because Speed's legs are starting to go a bit. Look, he's starting, from the last time you saw him, he is starting to regress. So let's get Davidson on in that spot. Let's get Campbell on for Sigpårdsen, who is on the 8. I'm going to leave H squared on. We've got 8 minutes plus any injury time. Who is this lad? He's Swedish. Where did they grab him from? Oh, he was there. He's got some good stats. Off the ball could be better, but I'm like, if they get another goal in injury time, Friedel, he is here. The final whistle has gone, and we have done it, people. We have stayed up. Let's see what that's put. It's put us in 15th. We were never in trouble. Wimbledon have got that. Have got a late winner. I've only just seen that they were 1-0 up. So that means Leeds are filling that final spot. Wimbledon have ended with 41 points. We have snuck ahead of Coventry, taking us closer to our dream of Intertoto eligibility. I'm going to imagine Chelsea or Blackburn probably going to grab that. But we've done it. Let's have a few click-throughs and see what's happened. So, Man United have won the English Premier League Premier Division Championship. So, Man United are league winners. So, Leeds have been relegated. Let's have a look at Leeds. Martin is going to Betis on a free transfer. We had a look at Paul Robinson previously, but he doesn't have a relegation release clause. I don't know if many of them do. Michael Nicholas Martin there. Wayne Quinn, not got one. This isn't Kevin Doyle, is it? As I see, he was never a wing back. Let's have a look at Huckabee. Wants to move to a bigger club. 3.9 million release fee. I don't know if I'd pay that for him, though. Like I said, we do need to stop our predominantly shopping at relegated teams. But let's have a look at Kuehl. Kuehl has got relegation release fee, but it's way above where I'd be willing to go despite his absolute quality. But let's get him on our shortlist. McPhail was normally a good signing on this, wasn't he? Someone who would improve us again. What about Lee? Wants first team football. Could possibly get him for cheaper than his release fee. So let's have a look at him as well, because we do need some reinforcements in our midfield. So we've been awarded 1.5. We needed that because we were about $1 million in debt last I checked. So that has cleared us. Yeah, that's cleared us, look, to 149,000. I was going to say I wish it was 1.49 million. I'd go on a right spending spree. So David O'Leary, taking some accountability at least. He's resigned from his position as manager at Leeds. Leeds will now be after a new manager. Terry Yorif has gone to Sunderland from Leicester. Maybe we'll see Vialli pop up at Leeds in the Championship. That'd be a good one. So we're just going to go through, check all these cups, get to the end of the year. Then Friday is going to be a Director of Football special, which I know are always popular with you guys. So if before we finish, I might stick it on the transfer list, and you can see. There is Mallorca. So let's see, before I felt they had won a European trophy last year. Let's see if that is true. It is true. It wasn't just last year. Look at this. Cup Winners' Cup. 99, 2000, 2001. So yeah, they are on an incredible run. They've got a very small squad though there, and it looks like they're losing Loren. Now, here we go. The English FA Cup final. Managerless Leicester. Oh, no, they're not managerless. They've signed someone. They've signed Paul Franklin. But where have they grabbed Paul from? He might have come from their backroom staff. Let's have a look. It's here. Right, so Steve Beaglehole, sounds made up, has been promoted. Oh, and yeah, Paul Franklin was their assistant manager. So they were obviously like, look, we've got this game coming up. You might have heard of it, FA Cup final. He's lost his first game in charge in a final, 2-0 to Liverpool, though. Jamie Carragher and Steve Archibald. Alan Archibald. I'm like, wow, there's a blast from the past. that will be all of the trophies. Right, Stockport have made an offer for Ola Anderson. It's like, this guy was supposed to have already been retiring. He's ended up playing 7 games for us in the league, despite all of this. Where is Stockport? Stockport 21st. So he's got, if he wants, he can continue his career in Division 2. So yeah, you can have him. He's on 10,000 a week, so it'd be great to save that. And there we go. He is going to Stockport. So he's staved off retirement for another year, apparently. So there was one more game. There's the European Champions Cup. This is the Champions League, to give it its modern name, which is not actually its modern name. But let's see how this goes on. And Marseille have won the European Champions Cup with a 1-0 win over Roma. Let's see who scored this. Here's Eric Sikora. Pretty late on. Seems a bit unfair that they've played an entire country. Oh, it's Daniel. Tremendous player. And who won this last year? It was Man United. Man United versus Porto. This is where we're going to leave it, people. English Premier Division Manager of the Year award is Gerard Houllier. The runner-up was Alex Ferguson. Juan Carlos is going to Sevilla. We're going to have a quick scan of the listed and interested players. So at the minute we've got 0. Mario Stanic. I'm like, he's 29 though. Carl Court, mate, you could have been playing for us. Is this Jeremy? It could be. If it is, let me know. I think it is, because I'm sure that's where he came via, wasn't it? Let's have a look. I was like, Johan Cruyff. No, it's not. It's not Johan Cruyff. Already on my list. Look, let's get him off. He must have been one of the previous targets. Marco Negri, tried to bring him in mid-season. Turned me down, so we will not be coming back in for you. Let's keep going. I was like, Prescu, but he's already off to somewhere. That's a shame. He would have been a tremendous signing for us. So we've got a few interesting targets there. Bobby Petter, now at Man United. Bernard Diamade, Auxerre. Let's have a look at Dean Sturridge. Dean Sturridge is currently off to Wolves. Let's have a last players we're going to check. We had this love affair with Guti at the start of the year. It might be back in for him next year if we get some money. Let's check Darren Eadie though. Darren Eadie is at Coventry, so he didn't play against us, I don't believe, did he? He's transfer listed and wants first team football. So there are a few. Oh, hang on, Simone Perotta. Are you kidding me? I'm like, I could do with my scouts giving me the lowdown on him. Like, has he got good potential? Is that how he's ended up there? But there we go, people. Thank you to everyone who's tuned in. In the end, I wouldn't say it was a breeze, but we did what we needed to do. Hopefully, this guy's stats stood out to me. Stop my own outro. Hopefully, next year, a bit of strengthening, a much better start, and a much more solid, consistent formation from the off. It's going to see us maybe start to push on into the mid-table region. Thank you, and I'll see you Friday for the Director of Football episode. Feel free to start getting those targets and suggestions into the comments, and I'll see what I can do.